Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ghina Ananda Septiany. I am from English Education Department in class B. Right now, I am going to tell you a story. It's one of my favorite stories. The title is Peter Pan. Enjoy! Once upon a time, three children lived in London. Their names were Wendy, Michael, and John Darling. Every night before bed, Wendy loved to tell her brother a story, especially about the adventures of Peter Pan, who lived in faraway Neverland. One night, Wendy woke up, and there was a strange boy sitting on the floor. He looked cross. Wendy sat on the end of her bed, looking at the boy who looked cross and sad, with shadows stood up behind him. Wendy said, "Hi, I am Wendy. Who are you, and why are you look cross?" "Hi, I am Peter Pan. I am sad because my shadow won't stick to me." Wendy said, "Oh, I can fix that." She shot Peter's shadow on the tips of his shoes, and then Peter was happy. Peter said, "Thank you, Wendy. Please fly back with me with my fairy Tinkerbell. You could be our mother to look after us." Wendy said, "Oh, thank you, but will you teach me how to fly?" And then Peter nodded. "I will wake Michael and John up," Wendy said. They followed the golden arrows that pointed to Neverland. Wendy, Michael, and John, dressed in their pajamas, flying through the sky with Peter Pan. Peter said, "Tinkerbell and the lost boy lived with me, and I am their captain." And Peter pointed to the land, and Peter said, "There is mermaid in the lagoon, and there is a pirate. Their boss is Captain Hook, the meanest pirate ever." Wendy said, "Pirates?" Wendy was frightened, but John and Michael was happy and curious to see the pirates. Peter said, "Yeah, Hook's the meanest pirates ever, but he is frightened with crocodile, because crocodile in last year bitten his hand, and yeah, the crocodile had swallowed a clock, tick-tock, tick-tock, and the clock is warned if the crocodile was nearby." Wendy said, "Oh, I am not sure I want to stay in Neverland at all." After that, Peter and Wendy and John and Michael through a secret door in the forest where the lost boy and Peter and Tinkerbell lived. When the lost boy saw Wendy and her brother, they shouted, "Will you be our mother?" Wendy, surrounded by the lost boy, and the lost boys hugging her. After that, Wendy said, "But I am only a little girl." The lost boy looked so sad, and then Wendy said, Okay, I will do my best." Then Wendy took the lost boys and She taught the lost boy a story. One day, Peter and the children went exploring the Mermaid Lagoon. Suddenly, Peter hears noise. Peter said, "Pirates! Hide!" And then the boys ran away. Peter and Wendy hide. Peter seeing something. Peter saw that pirates had tied up the Indian princess, Tiger Lily, on a rock. Peter had to save her. And then Peter's pretending to be Captain Hook, the boss, in a voice that sounded like Captain Hook. Peter shouted, "Set her free!" One of pirates yelled and said, "But Captain, you told us to bring her here." "Let her go!" Peter roared, still sound like Captain Hook. "Aye, aye, Captain!" And the pirates set Tiger Lily free. When Captain Hook found out, he was very angry that Peter Pan has betrayed him. That night, Wendy told the lost boy a story about three children who left the house and went to Neverland. It made Wendy, John, and Michael feel homesick. "If you come back with us," Wendy said, my mommy and daddy will look after you all." The lost boys was very happy. Peter Pan and Tinkerbell didn't want to leave, where grown-ups would tell them what to do. Peter was sad and asked Tinkerbell to guide them home. Early next morning, Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, and the children left their house. But Captain Hook's pirates was nearby. They captured all and tied them up and took them in the pirate ship. On a pirate ship, Captain Hook asked, "Who wants to be a pirate?" But the boys shook their heads. "Make them walk a plank." Captain Hook was very angry. Suddenly, they heard tick-tock of a crocodile. Now it was Captain Hook's turn to be afraid. But the tick-tock sound wasn't crocodile sound. It was Peter Pan pretending to be a crocodile. He flew to the ship and with his sword he said, "I have got you now, Captain Hook." After that, Peter and Captain Hook in a sword fight with Wendy, John, and Michael and the lost boy tied in the pirate ship, and a crocodile was in the water below. Captain Hook jumped up and with his sword to Peter, but he messed up and fell right into the sea. The crocodile was waiting for him, and that's the end of Captain Hook. And then Peter and Tinkerbell set off for London with all of the boys with Wendy, John, and Michael. In London, Wendy's mommy and daddies missed them so much, and they would look after all of the lost boys. But Peter said, I am going to back to Neverland where I never have to grow up. And everyone said, "Goodbye, Peter, we will miss you." Wendy's and all of the children waved through their windows. And Peter Pan and Tinkerbell going back to Neverland with the ship. And that's the end of the story about Peter Pan. What I learned about in this story is be positive where life can take you anywhere. Have positive mind and positive thought. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.